I actually didn't think about that Clemson on the clock video until after the Clemson game. But I mean, Coach Beamer, he's a great coach. So after we just beat Tennessee and stuff, like he just told us to keep on going. Like we all felt confident we could take out Clemson. So we went in there with a little swagger. So it was just a great feeling. I feel like the whole team knew we can beat Clemson. So when we went up there, we just handled business and took care of that, and it made history.
Freshmen aren't often stars on SEC defenses. Don't tell that to defensive back Nick Emmanwori, who led the Gamecocks in tackles last year and was a freshman All-American. What does he do for an Encore? We find out as he joins us now on Gamecock Talk.
Nick, a great freshman season for you last year. You lead the team in tackles. Did you expect to have such an impact as a freshman?
Yeah, coming in, like, as a freshman, you don't really think, like, you'll probably get a chance to play. But coming out, I was pretty confident. Before I came in, we moved in May 25th. Before that, I was just working out hard just every day. So I came in pretty confident from high school and just doing what I do as a freshman, work hard. And Coach White was hinting that I was going to play a little bit, but I didn't really expect for everything to come like that fast like that. So.
Well, it comes fast. There was an unfortunate injury at the beginning of the season to the guy ahead of you, but it's an opportunity, right? So you get in there. What's going through your head when you see your teammate go down and know you've got to be the guy?
Man, I just next man up. That's what Coach White was preaching to us actually, like that same day in the team meeting room before we got on the buses. He was next man up. Whatever happens. And I was already mentally prepared to play because I knew I was gonna get in like sometime. But when that happened, I was just ready to go. Like I didn't even think twice. It just ran like clockwork.
You had a big game against Georgia. I think you led the team with 14 stops in that game. Obviously, Georgia had a really good year last year, but that was a big performance for you. I think that kind of maybe puts you on the map a little bit in the national spotlight. What do you remember about that game?
To be honest, to be completely honest, it was just kind of like nothing really new to me. Like that's just what I've been doing in high school. So like after that game, that was just a regular game for me in high school. I think I led my highest tackle game in high school was like 29 tackles and stuff, something crazy like that. But it was just normal to me. So everybody was like, "You have 14 tackles. You have 14 tackles." And I think I was had an award on Instagram or something, and it was big. So, that's pretty much it.
Now you played at Irmo High School here, not far from downtown Columbia. But you were a linebacker for a lot of your career in high school, correct?
Actually, I just played a lot. I was just an athlete. I played linebacker, nickel, safety, corner sometimes, tight end a little bit. But my senior year, we had an injury at linebacker, and I was probably like the best tackle on the team. So they just put me in the middle so I can just run sideline to sideline easier.
How hard was it for you to adjust to being, I guess, a full-time DB?
Not that hard because growing up, my brother played DB, and he used to just train me as a defensive back, even though I was a lot more skinnier, so I was just like a real slim, tall safety. So I was more naturally a DB than a linebacker.
What was the biggest adjustment you had to make going from high school to SEC football?
Probably the mental stuff, man. Just the playbook. It was a lot, just coming in. I was already real physical and big. That was like something I needed to gain weight or nothing like that. He was just getting everything down packed. And I was doing Zooms with Coach Gray before I came up here. So that gave me a little head start. But actually getting on the field, seeing the speed of the game, that's probably the biggest adjustment I had to make.
What do you see as your strengths going into your second season, and where can you get better?
My strengths, I feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit more. Like as far as like the defense and like I'm comfortable. Like I've seen a lot of stuff before. It's SEC. It's my second year. I feel like I should be like trying to figure out what the offense is doing instead of just trying to line up and play football a little bit more. Probably get a little bit better in like coverage and playing the post better. Some more interceptions and stuff. Being an all-around safety and stuff. Showing the scouts.
Okay. What's the hardest part about what you do?
Probably communicating on a daily basis, especially like in the secondary, because it's loud and usually just want to make sure your job is good, but make sure the other safety and the nickel or the corners know what everybody else is doing to make your job a lot easier and stuff instead of just going out there and just lining up. So that's probably the hardest thing right now, just communicating and make sure everybody knows what's going on and seeing the offense and what they're doing and make sure I'm thinking about everything.
What do you like about what you do?
It's fun. It's just football. Like I'll say probably the excitement when one of my teammates makes a play or something. We all like today we just had PRPs, player run practices. We was all having fun out there doing 7-on-7 and stuff. And seeing one of my teammates make a play or I make a play, the whole team's excited for you and stuff. It's just a lot of energy.
So what do you do for an encore now? You had a great freshman season. Now people kind of know who you are, right? Yeah. So either they're going to avoid you or what have you. What do you do in year two? How can you continue to not only do what you do, but do it better?
I got to keep on building, build off what I had for year one. I think year one was a great year, solid year for me, but I was talking to my brother, he was talking to me, we got a conversation. I feel like I got a lot left to show to y'all guys. Like, I ain't really like getting my full potential. And I don't think I'm gonna get there year two, but it's gonna be a bigger improvement. It's gonna be a lot noticeable more. I'm just grinding, so it's, just gotta get better.
We were talking earlier about the adjustments going from high school to playing in the SEC, and then you were thrown into it right away. When did you feel like, all right, yeah, I'm ready for this. I can do this.
I probably after that Georgia game, I was like, wow, Georgia's Georgia. I just went out there to play football, wasn't really thinking a lot. And after that, I was like, I think I got the hang of this and stuff. So, and I was talking to Coach Gray, and Coach Gray was like, you a full-time starter now, and you're a freshman, true freshman, so you got to step up to the plate. So after that, I had Coach Gray in my corner, my other coaches, my teammates. That's when I feel like I had confidence and I knew I could do it.
With all that experience under your belt, do you feel like you have to be a leader this year?
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. We just lost Cam and Rush. And I think me, Sel, and DQ are the only starters returning, so I feel like we got to really step up, especially me and DQ back there at safety. We just got to step up, lead the whole defense. We'll start with the secondary at first, Demo, Coach Beamer, Coach Gray, Coach White, they're all looking at us, step up and be leaders on the team now.
People lead in different ways for you. Is it vocal? Is it just by example, what you do in the weight room or in practice every day? Or how do you lead?
In high school, I feel like I was more of a lead by action type of guy. I really wasn't really using my voice a lot. So a lot of my teammates used to just watch me and see I'm being first in sprints and showing the strides I'm making. They'll follow. But now I feel like I have to do a little bit of both. I can't be a leader and become last in sprints out here. So I got to show them lead by action and by words too.
Is there more pressure on you this year? Since, you're still just a sophomore, you're a young guy, but you're an older guy in terms of experience.
Nah, no pressure ever. I'll never feel no pressure. And I feel like I'm used to this. That's what I meant to do. I'm just living out my story. So never no pressure on my side.
I know you've talked about this before, but I think after you had committed here when you were in high school and you'd kind of put Clemson on notice.
Yeah.
What's your message to Gamecock Nation ahead of coming to South Carolina?
Clemson's on the clock.
And then we go up to Clemson last year, which they were obviously a favorite, but we were coming off the big win against Tennessee. What was going through your mind before that game?
I actually didn't think about that Clemson on the clock video until after the Clemson game. But Coach Beamer, he's a great coach. So after we just beat Tennessee and stuff, he just told us to keep on going. We all felt confident we could take out Clemson. So we went in there with a little swagger. So it was just a great feeling. I feel like the whole team knew we can beat Clemson. So when we went up there, we just handled business and took care of that, and it made history. The Clemson on the clock video is going to go down as one of my best memories, and hopefully for all the other fans, good memories for them too.
Williams now orbit motion. DJ going to run it himself, left side, and he's hit hard. Emmanwori just lit up the 250-pound.
Was it a little bit of relief too? Okay, now we got.
Yeah, there's a lot of relief because a bunch of Clemson fans were in my DMs and responding to when I said it, the video. So I was like, dang, just reading through the comments. Yeah. They was just hating and stuff. So when I won, I seen a bunch of Gamecock fans go swarm that video and respond back to the Clemson fans I was talking smack a year ago. So.
Well, obviously, as we said, you grew up in Irmo here. You know all about the rivalry. Were you always a South Carolina fan, or were your allegiances all around the state? What was it like growing up?
As a fan, I was really I just used to watch football. I remember I think I was just I used to watch football. I wasn't really a fan of anything at this point. I know growing up, Irmo and Dust Fork kind of resembles South Carolina and Clemson to me because I'm an Irmo guy. One of my hometown friends, Antonio Williams, he goes to Clemson. He went to Dust Fork, so it kind of resembles a lot. But I wasn't really a fan of any team growing up, college at least.
You guys had such a terrific season last year, especially at the end. You got all that momentum at the end with the two big wins that really turned heads nationally. So what kind of goals do you set for yourself this year, you as an individual and for this team?
As an individual, I just want to double up on everything I probably did last year, just be more of a playmaker on defense, be a leader on the defense, have my name as probably one of the top safeties in the country, one of the top defensive players in the SEC. Coming back, I feel like that's everything I'm saying is obtainable. As a team, I feel like we just got to stay down, stay humble and stuff. We had a great year. A lot of people looking at us, they say we got top 10 or top 5 hardest schedule in the season, but I feel like we can have a chance to beat every team on our schedule. So we just got to, stay down and just play.
I was going to say, that led to my next question. With the schedule, it's always tough when you're in the SEC, but it looks especially tough again this year. But how much does what you guys did last year help in terms of this year?
I feel like Coach Beamer just put us in a good position where like we don't really have to like to listen to any of the critics or any like other fans, like any pressure on us. I feel like we just got to go out there and play. Like I said, I mean, I'm not saying we can beat, we're going to do this or go undefeated, but I feel like we have a good chance, especially just counting on us. The team, I feel like we have a great chance this season.
With all the success you've had so far through your freshman season, did you ever have that welcome to the SEC moment where either you got burned or an older player took advantage of his experience over you, or maybe someone lit you up in practice or something? Did you ever have that moment where you went, oops?
I can't really think like a real welcome to the SEC moment. I probably got caught slipping a couple times, freshman things, but I'll probably say like I think it was one game against Vandy. Surprisingly, it was a Vandy. It was like late in the fourth quarter. We had to keep on playing to finish out the game, and I think one of the receivers ran a slant. And as I was going to tackle the dude who caught the slant, I think a tight end came and like blindsided me. And I was like, whoa, that's the first time that ever happened. Like put me on. I never got put on my back before, but I got put on my butt. I was like, wow, that's the first time. So that's something I just keep in my mind and stuff, but that's probably about it.
Try not to let it happen again.
Yeah, no, never again.
All right, what's something most folks don't know about you?
I'm a cool, fun guy. I mean, that's obvious, but like I feel like I like my peace and my alone time. I just like chilling. Like I'm into like hanging out with my friends. Maybe just chilling at the house. I'm just a social guy. I'm not really too out there. I'm not really, what's the word, extrovert. But I'm a little bit of both. So maybe a lot of people don't know that about me.
If you weren't a football player, what would you be doing?
That's a tough question. I don't know.
You good at other sports?
Maybe soccer.
Really?
Or UFC.
Really?
Yeah,
UFC?
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
man.
That's a big jump from soccer to UFC. But soccer or UFC, a bunch of couple of guys up there are dominating right now. But I think I can maybe like slim down a little bit. I'm like 220, maybe slim down so I don't got to go against the heavyweights and stuff. So.
Have you ever done any training for that?
Little boxing training, but I think it's all natural a little bit, like just power and strength. I don't know, maybe.
Remember, you don't have a helmet on or nothing when you're doing that.
Yeah,
we don't want you to get too swollen in the face there. Yeah.
I don't want my face to get beat up and bones to get broken and nothing like that.
What are you studying here at South Carolina?
Psychology right now.
What do you think you want to do? Hopefully you have a long football career even after South Carolina. I know that's everybody's goal, but whenever football is done for you down the road, what do you think? Where do you see yourself? What do you think you might want to do?
I don't know. I was talking to my brothers about real estate. Getting into real estate. That's probably something I like always had an idea about doing. Like that's just something you can always get into easy. I don't really think you need a degree for that. You just need to like pass a test or exam or something like that. So real estate, maybe like a little insurance, like just working with people and stuff. That's probably something I'll look forward to.
Who's made the biggest impact on your life?
Probably my four brothers. There's four of us. Four older brothers. There's five of us in total. No sisters. So them guys. Being a baby, just watching them guys grow up, I just like learn how to do life and stuff. So those are probably the biggest impact on me as who I am today and how I grew up and stuff.
All right. So the youngest of five. I guess the good thing is you could learn from their mistakes. The bad thing is maybe did you get picked on a lot, or what was that like?
When I was younger, man, I had a growth spurt when I was a sophomore in high school. So before that, I was like 5'11", 5'10", maybe 5'8". Man, my brothers made me so tough, that's how it is, with all boys. They made me so tough, beat me up, all wrestling and stuff. So I feel like that's why I'm so tough and used to taking tackles and hitting people so hard without feeling anything now. But, and I'm a lot much bigger, so the roles are like a little reverse now. So,
so they're not messing with you now.
Nah.
but they're all here at the games, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so, second season coming up, what are you most excited about for the 2023 season?
The memories for sure. I feel like we got a packed schedule. A lot of the older guys, like DK's last year. Juice and Spence going to the league. It's gonna be a lot of memories. I feel like last year's team as a freshman, I cherished it a lot. We had Cam Rush, a lot of personality. It was fun. I was just talking to my roommates about that. We had a fun season. So I just want to cherish this season right here. See all the older guys that's leaving. See all the younger guys that's coming in. We got a bunch of new recruits coming in. So it's gonna be fun at practice and stuff. So just cherishing the moment, cherishing the season with my teammates and stuff.